Hello everyone, and welcome back to Elevate English. Today we're talking about something that so many language learners struggle with.
Absolutely. I've been there myself. It's one of the biggest challenges when you're learning a new language.
So today we're diving into a question we get all the time. How can you practice English when you have no one to talk to?
That's such an important question. Because let's be honest, not everyone has access to native speakers or language partners.
Exactly. Some people live in countries where English isn't spoken. Some people are shy. Some people just don't have the time to find conversation partners.
But that doesn't mean you can't practice. There are so many ways to practice English on your own. You just need to be creative.
So what are some of those ways? Let's start with the basics. What's the first thing someone should do?
The first thing is to change your mindset. You need to stop thinking that you need another person to practice. You can practice alone.
Really? You can practice speaking alone?
How does that work? It's actually very simple. You talk to yourself. You narrate your day. You describe what you're doing. You express your thoughts out loud.
Talk to yourself? Doesn't that feel strange?
It might feel strange at first, but it's very effective. You're using your voice. You're forming sentences. You're practicing pronunciation.
I never thought of that. So you just start talking to yourself in English?
Yes. When you wake up, say, "Good morning. Today is a beautiful day." When you're making breakfast, say, "I'm making coffee. I'm toasting bread."
That sounds simple enough, and it's a way to practice every day.
Exactly. The key is consistency. You don't need to do it for hours. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference.
What else can you do? Any other techniques for practicing alone?
Yes, you can use shadowing. This is a very powerful technique. You listen to native speakers and repeat what they say.
Shadowing? What does that mean exactly?
You play a video or an audio clip. You listen to the speaker, then you repeat their words immediately, trying to copy their pronunciation and intonation.
So you're trying to sound exactly like them?
Yes, you're not just repeating words. You're copying the rhythm, the stress, the emotion. It helps you sound more natural.
That sounds like a great way to improve pronunciation.
It is, and you can do it anywhere. At home, on the bus, while you're walking. You just need a device to play the audio.
What about writing? Can writing help you practice when you have no one to talk to?
Absolutely. Writing is a form of practice too. When you write, you're using vocabulary. You're using grammar. You're forming sentences.
So you can keep a journal in English?
Yes. Write about your day. Write about your thoughts. Write about your dreams. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write.
And does that really help with speaking?
Yes, it does. When you write, you're practicing thinking in English. And thinking in English is the first step to speaking in English. That makes a lot of sense. So writing is like training for your brain. Exactly. It's like exercise for your language muscles. The more you write, the stronger your skills become.
What about reading? How can reading help with speaking practice?
Reading exposes you to new vocabulary and new sentence structures. It gives you material to use when you speak.
So you can read and then practice using what you've learned.
Yes. When you read, you learn new words. Then you can try to use those words in your own sentences. You can say them out loud.
And what about listening? How can listening help?
Listening is probably the most important thing you can do. When you listen, you train your ear. You learn how words are pronounced. You learn how sentences flow.
So podcasts and videos are useful.
Yes, podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks, they're all excellent resources. You can listen while you're doing other things.
And you can also practice shadowing with those, right?
Exactly. Listen and repeat. That's the combination that works.
So there are actually many things you can do alone. You don't need another person to practice.
That's right. The idea that you need someone to talk to is a misconception. You can practice alone and make real progress.
This is so encouraging. I think a lot of people will feel more confident knowing they can practice on their own.
Yes. And when you do eventually find someone to talk to, you'll be much more prepared. You'll have built a solid foundation.
So let's sum up the main strategies. Talk to yourself, shadow native speakers, write in a journal, read aloud, listen to English content.
Yes, that's a great summary. Those are the 5 core strategies for practicing English alone.
And the best part is that they're all free. You don't need to pay for expensive courses or apps.
Exactly. All you need is commitment and consistency. Just a few minutes every day can make a huge difference.
Now, I want to ask you something. How do you stay motivated when you're practicing alone? Because that can be hard sometimes.
That's a great question. Motivation is definitely a challenge, but there are ways to stay motivated.
Tell me more. What do you suggest?
First, set small goals. Don't try to learn everything at once. Set a goal like, I will learn 5 new words today, or I will talk to myself for 5 minutes.
Small goals are easier to achieve, and when you achieve them, you feel good.
Exactly. That feeling of achievement keeps you going. It gives you momentum.
What else? Any other tips for staying motivated?
Continuing. Yes, track your progress. Keep a log. Write down what you practiced each day. Look back and see how far you've come.
That's a good idea. Sometimes we forget how much we've improved.
Exactly. When you see your progress, it motivates you to keep going.
And what about making it fun? How can you make solo practice enjoyable?
Smiling. That's important too. Don't make it feel like homework. Choose topics you're interested in. Watch videos about your hobbies. Read about things you love.
So if you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love sports, listen to sports podcasts.
Yes. When you're interested in the content, learning doesn't feel like work. It feels like fun.
That's a great mindset shift. Learning English isn't a chore. It's a way to connect with your passions.
Exactly. And that makes it so much easier to practice every day.
So, what about technology? Are there any apps or tools that can help with solo practice?
Yes, there are many. Language apps are great for vocabulary and grammar. Pronunciation apps can help you sound more natural.
And what about AI tools? Can they help with speaking practice?
Absolutely. There are AI chatbots that can have conversations with you. They're not perfect, but they're getting better all the time.
So you can actually have a conversation with a robot?
Yes, it might sound strange, but it can be very helpful. You can practice without feeling judged.
That takes away the fear of making mistakes. You can just practice freely.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest barriers to speaking, the fear of making mistakes.
So if you can overcome that fear, you can make huge progress.
Yes, and the more you practice, the more confident you become. And the more confident you become, the better you speak.
So the cycle works in your favor. Practice leads to confidence. Confidence leads to more practice.
That's right. It's a positive cycle, and you can start it today.
So what's the final message for our listeners? What should they take away from this discussion?
Start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for a conversation partner. Start with what you have.
Use the strategies we talked about. Talk to yourself. Shadow native speakers. Write in a journal. Read aloud. Listen to English content.
And be consistent. Even 5 minutes a day is better than nothing. Small steps lead to big results.
And remember, progress takes time. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small victory.
Exactly. Every word you learn, every sentence you speak, every page you read, it all adds up.
Thank you so much for listening to English Journey on Elevate English. We hope this discussion helps you on your path to fluency.
If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post new lessons every week to help you improve your English.
We'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, take care and keep learning.